going on, Merc fam? Thank you for tuning in to the 4th day of our 31 days of Halloween. I've been really ramped up about this specific review, man. I absolutely love this movie. It is in my top 3 films of all time, and I can't wait to share this shit with you guys. But before we get started on this review, I want to make sure that everybody likes, subscribes. Go ahead, tap that notification bell one time for your boy. I just want to make sure that everything I post you guys are fully aware of. The Mummy starring Brendan Fraser, guys. Come on. This is an ultimate classic movie. Brendan Fraser, this was like the Tom Cruise, the Arnold Schwarzenegger of my childhood. The way that he was raiding tombs and trying to be a good guy but fighting the bad guys, it was absolutely awesome, man. Rick O'Connell. So the movie really revolves around him and his knowledge of this hidden desert city called Hamunaptra. In the beginning of the movie, they give you a little bit of pretense and they introduce characters like Imhotep and Anck-su-namun. This is like a Romeo and Juliet of this Egyptian time frame. Imhotep is like the high-serving priest, while Anck-su-namun is the king's daughter. They actually have this secret relation going on, and because she is like a princess, she is painted up very nicely with actual oil paint, so if someone touches her or rubs her body, the father would know or someone would be alerted. So that's pretty much how Imhotep gets caught up. They both kill the king, and Anck-su-namun sacrifices herself while Imhotep promises to bring her back from the dead, and that is exactly what he tries to do. He rounds up his little goons. They go out to Hamunaptra, the city of the dead, and as they're performing this service to bring her back to life from the underworld, Imhotep is stopped and he is mummified to the nth degree. I'm talking about tongue sliced, wrapped up, and he was buried alive with these dung beetles that eat flesh and can hibernate in your skin for God knows how long. When we do meet Brendan Fraser's character, he's locked up because of some shit that we didn't see, something that happened off screen. So we're kind of shortly after that introduced to the brother and sister Eve and Jonathan. Eve is kind of like this narcissistic librarian, while her brother is the troublemaker that always gets them into things that they don't want to be in. But in this instance, in this movie, her brother actually comes across a map and a key. But there's only one problem: the map is incomplete and they don't know how to get to the city of the dead. So they go out and seek Brendan Fraser's character, Rick O'Connell, who is, like I told you guys, locked up. They strike up a deal with the bail bondsman kind of guy, you know what I'm saying, like the warden or whatever. They get him out of there and they pretty much set sail to this journey to find the city of the dead. The thing about Hamunaptra is it attracts everyone across the world. So Rick O'Connell and Eve and Jonathan aren't the only ones trying to get to this city. They actually meet a group of Westerners, aka Americans, who are trying to get this gold or these treasures just like everyone else. The only thing is that Eve is more looking for these 2 books, the Book of the Dead and the Book of the Living, each book having different capabilities in this universe. So really they get to this city and eventually they start doing things that they're not supposed to do, like, I don't know, read from the book.
No! You must not read from the book!
When I was growing up, every day I would come home from school, I would run off the bus, I would get inside, I would figure out which Mummy movie I wanted to watch, 1, 2, or 3. Like, what mood was I in for that day? And I would pop a bag of popcorn, and you can ask my mother, I would do my homework while eating popcorn, watching The Mummy. I know this movie line for line, and I can't watch it with no one because they hate how much I recite this thing. But this movie does so much for me. I just don't know why, man. I'm very enthralled in the Egyptian world and what happened during that time frame. But to get back to the plot of this amazing movie, I didn't necessarily want to go tit for tat and tell you guys every inch and centimeter of this thing, but I really enjoyed this movie. It has its twists and it has its turns, jump scares and everything. But what I really loved about it is its comedic tone in it. You know, there was a lot of serious moments and a lot of scary shit going on, but at the end of the day, Rick O'Connell and Jonathan would have this banter back and forth that just brought this lightheartedness to The Mummy, even though there was some serious shit going on. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed Eve and Rick, the way that they kind of fell in love and they kind of had this, you know, like thing with each other, but it was an unspoken thing until the very end, that is. I absolutely love this movie, man. Imhotep. Emotep. Tell me you don't love this movie. Not only am I a fanatic of The Mummy or Rick O'Connell, I'm actually a big fan of Brendan Fraser. I went to MegaCon, like you guys know, in hopes to actually meet him. I was gonna pay whatever the price was to get an autograph and take a cool little pose with my dog, Brendan Fraser, but last minute he ended up not showing up. He had to cancel, but the boss man BF doesn't have to answer to anyone, man. One day I will cross paths with the big homie, and I'm gonna get him to sign my Funko Pop. Another thing that I love about The Mummy that you guys may or may not know is that here in Central Florida at Universal Studios, there is a Mummy ride where it is just like The Mummy, where in the portion that you wait in line to get onto the ride, it is full of all of this Mummy memorabilia. They have all these videos playing that tie into The Mummy and the actor Brendan Fraser. It is absolutely awesome. I remember riding this ride for the first time and getting goosebumps when all these flames started shooting up and the bugs spurted out of the wall. I 100% love this movie and I recommend it for everyone to watch, whether it's the first one, the second one, or the third one. First one and the second one are damn near incredible, but that third one, it takes it a bit crazy. I mean, they start replacing characters and they don't say nothing. You know, Jet Li is in the shit, Bruce Lee, and I don't know, man. Shit gets crazy, but I'm gonna give this movie, obviously, a 10 out of 10, man. What did you think about this movie, this review, my vibe, or my storytelling, man? I really enjoyed this 31 Days of Halloween because I'm really able to tap into what I felt when I watched the movie. I can remember my state of mind during that movie and even what I was going through personally, man. There's something about movies that just ties me into the world, man. I hope that you guys love this review. Go ahead, like, subscribe if you haven't, tap that notification bell. You already know what it is. It's your boy Merc. It's been a pleasure, but I'm out.